Hello, this is David Allen and you are watching Sporting Icons.
So with all the hoopla surrounding Big Baby Jarrell Miller failing the PED test, go check out the previous 3 videos on that. First of all, the breaking news. Second of all, who Joshua is most likely to face next. And of course, why it took a month for VADA to release the test results. So go check out those 3 videos. But this one here is MANUEL CHARR, the WBA regular world heavyweight champion. Now, what we do know is that the WBA, they want across all their weight divisions, the regular champion and the super champion to fight together to unify the belt so they have one title, which kind of makes you wonder why they keep introducing the regular title over and over again. So at heavyweight, MANUEL CHARR is the regular champion, Anthony Joshua is the super champion. As another example, welterweight, Keith Thurman is the super champion, Manny Pacquiao is the regular champion. So they ultimately want these belts consolidated. Now, MANUEL CHARR, who of course has failed a PED testing himself recently, but he never got stripped. I think he won the case over something, but either way, he never got stripped. Now he's set to enter what they were calling an Anthony Joshua tournament, potentially against a Trevor Bryan or a Freza Quendo. Basically a 4-man tournament. The winner of that one will then fight Joshua. So the regular champion and the super champion is going to have to fight at some point anyway. That looks like it could be happening next. And MANUEL CHARR took to his Instagram. I'll put a link to his Instagram in the description box if you want to go read it for yourself. But I'll read out his statement anyway. So MANUEL CHARR's statement. Dear boxing fans, today it has been announced that Miller is doped and therefore the fight between him and Joshua will not take place. Miller was suspended by the VADA because of doping. Now internal negotiations are taking place regarding the fight in June. Muhammad Charr against Anthony Joshua. I'm very happy about this task and the challenge. I'm ready to go to fight against Joshua and bring home the victory. As the #1 in the WBA and reigning world champion, I'm the most worthy opponent for Anthony Joshua. I am suitable and official challenger. For Joshua's honour, it is important to fight against the 1 WBA rankings in the world. Miller, who now fails due to the suspension, was #4 in the WBA ranking. We will meet at eye level, world champion against super champion. I'm ready to fight against him. So that is MANUEL CHARR's statement. So based on that, internal negotiations are taking place. It looks like he's the plan B for Anthony Joshua. As I said, this fight has to happen at some point anyway. But is it really a fight that's suitable for America at Madison Square Garden? Probably not. But what can you do? But ultimately, listen, I said a long time ago that if Joshua versus MANUEL CHARR was to happen, which it looked like it's going to happen at some point anyway, I would not be happy if Sky Sports put that on pay-per-view. Joshua against Charr is not pay-per-view. In my opinion, Charr is British level, okay? He ain't no better than that. He just really, really isn't, okay? I mean, he used to be solid when he fought like the likes of Vitaly Klitschko. He was about to fight David Haye and all that kind of thing, and he was pretty solid around that time. But now he's a gatekeeper. Now he can talk about how he's #1 in the WBA. Anybody can become WBA regular world champion. His own mandatory is Freza Quendo, who hasn't had a fight in 3.5 years. So go figure. Okay, that's how easy that is. So he can talk about being #1 in the WBA, but ultimately across the world, he's not even in the top 50. Okay, Miller was in the top 10. In fact, he was ranked #9. So is this a fight that the fans would want? Personally, me, no. I have to be perfectly honest. This is not a fight that interests me. But I understand with only 6.5 weeks left to go until the fight, you need an opponent. MANUEL CHARR is a relatively easy opponent. Listen, I will give him a puncher's chance. That is it. No more than that, okay? For me, I believe Dave Allen would beat MANUEL CHARR. I believe Lucas Brown would beat MANUEL CHARR. In fact, I believe quite a few of these guys would beat MANUEL CHARR. Ultimately, I'll be very, very surprised if, first of all, this fight happens, but second of all, if MANUEL CHARR chinned Joshua, that will be the shockwave that was heard around the boxing world, wouldn't it? But I wouldn't foresee that happening. But just by him saying that internal negotiations are taking place, it looks like this is the kind of scenario with what happened with Pulev when Pulev got injured. Carlos Takam was the B side to this one, as in he was the backup plan, okay? That this was implemented is why Joshua vs. Takam happened rather than Pulev after Pulev got injured. So maybe MANUEL CHARR is and has always been the plan B if Miller fight falls apart. So don't be surprised if that happens. listen, as far as it's going to happen in the UK, I can kind of understand it, because they could probably still sell it a little bit, and just say how Manuel Charr is he's a world champion, and he's a world champion, but it is what it is. But for Joshua's debut in America, if you're one of those 17,000 people who's bought a ticket, would you be happy? Probably not. Thankfully, we can't buy the pay-per-view yet. It's not available for those who've already registered for it. So, again, with those 17,000 people with many of whom are travelling from the UK to support Anthony Joshua, would they still want to go to watch him take on Manuel Charr, who we've seen smoothed out on a couple of occasions? Probably not. But anyway, so Manuel Charr is claiming that he is next. Now, as far as him saying that Manuel Charr is now suspended by VADA because of the doping, well, first of all, VADA don't suspend anybody. Okay, they just do the testing. It's up to the sanctioning body to suspend them. And second of all, Miller hasn't been suspended right now, unless he knows something that we don't. So maybe, who knows? But I think he's jumping the gun. But I don't know. But either way, Anthony Joshua versus Manuel Charr, June the 1st, Madison Square Garden. What do you think? Super fight, huh? Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, and of course subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.